WAPB 91.7 FM, and I have somebody in here today that we're going to talk about something that's going on in the community. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Nancy Butterfield.
And why are we talking to you today, Miss Nancy?
I'm here today for support for my great-granddaughter, Miranda, who was just recently diagnosed with leukemia.
And how old is she?
She's 13.
Oh, she's at a hard age, isn't she?
Absolutely.
How did she get diagnosed? What was going on that made you guys find this out?
She developed a lump on her head, and it took a couple months before the doctors actually realized that they needed to do a biopsy. And when they did the biopsy, they found leukemia cells.
I'm so
that
sorry.
was in June, late June. And on June 30th, they admitted her to the Advent Cancer Hospital in Orlando. And from then, everything has just gone crazy. The trips, 2 to 3 trips a week to Orlando, the ups and downs with Miranda. Some days.
Why does she have to go to the doctor 2 and 3 times a week? Is she under treatment then? Or
Absolutely.
And what kind of treatment is she receiving?
One of the trips is to check her blood and to see how everything is working. And as long as everything is fine, then she goes she usually goes on Monday and either Wednesday or Thursday. Monday is to check, and then the next one is for the chemo treatments.
I wasn't sure what kind of treatment she was having.
Some of the treatments are done in her spinal cord.
Oof.
And some are done just through her
Body.
port. She has port. They had to put a port in.
Thank God for ports, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, because there was back in the day and they didn't have ports.
Right.
So thank God for ports.
And then we have the days that her temperature goes up.
For infection.
And right now she is in the hospital in Orlando because a couple days ago she spiked a fever. So we have no idea when she'll be coming home.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And we were so hoping that she would be here for this yard sale. But it doesn't look like it's going to work out that way.
And that makes it hard on the family because I'm sure somebody wants to be there with her. And I'm sure everybody has jobs and trying to...
Absolutely.
Now, do you guys have insurance that's helping with some of the expense or not really?
Yes, it's taken care of. And there's not an issue with medical bills.
Okay.
The issue is my granddaughter had to stop working. And Miranda needs someone with her 24/7, and so.
Now, is she in a wheelchair? Did I see that, or was she just sitting on a chair that looked like?
Pretty much, she can walk, but her legs are very weak, and the chemo causes that.
So she probably can't go to school or anything right now,
No,
can she?
She will not be able to go to school for at least 2 years.
Is that because of just stuff that flies around the air and she can't get infections and all that? So
the chemo kills your immune system. So she's very, very susceptible. Can't hug her, can't get around her too close, and a lot of
antibacterial, and sanitizer, and probably face mask and all that stuff.
Sometimes the masks, but she's doing well on the days that she feels well.
I was going to say, how is our 13-year-old wrapping her head around all this?
That's the issue, and her friends have gone on, and they're in their 13-year-old lives, with boys in school, and Miranda's kind of left behind.
Oh.
And that's the sad part. But
she could sure use some friends and encouragement right now, but then that's hard, too, because you can't be close to her, huh?
Right. Yeah.
Thank God for technology that you can do like FaceTime, and you can text, and at least you have those things available to you.
Yes. And this yard sale has turned into a huge explosion.
Now, how did you end up having it at Holly Hill Church of Christ?
I'm a member of Holly Hill Church of Christ.
How long have you been a member?
Oh, gosh, 50 years.
Okay, so you know back when Wiley was on prayer line here. Wiley used to do a
I
prayer
knew.
line here back in the
Yes,
day.
I
And
knew.
Sandy used to come in with her.
I
Yeah.
knew Sandy and Wiley. I knew them both
That's
quite
cute.
well.
It's a small little world, isn't it?
It's a very small world, believe me.
So they're opening up the church for you to have this.
Yes.
And have you started receiving items? Do you need items? What can we do to help you as a community?
We have received hundreds and hundreds of items. We have, we have a chop saw, a bandsaw, a scroll saw, lots of bikes, and lots of dolls and American doll stuff. I'm not into American dolls, so I don't know what all it is.
They're very expensive dolls that have very expensive items.
Right. And the little marshmallows, somebody donated a whole bag full of those. And we have electric lineman equipment.
Wow.
And there's a keyboard player and a washer and a dryer.
Oh my goodness.
And baby clothes, lots of baby clothes.
So do you have an amount you're trying to raise, or just any amount will help?
I'm trying to raise as much as we can.
And that's going for gas and travel needs, back
The
and
travel
forth?
needs and food. Miranda's diet is kind of specialized, so
I'm sure for the chemo, from maybe
Right.
only wanting soft food to wanting craving food.
and anything that she will eat, they encourage her to eat.
Yep.
But sometimes
When
she
my
doesn't
mother-in-law
want to
had
eat.
cancer, and it was like at the weirdest time, and she wanted cantaloupe. And I'm like, there isn't even a cantaloupe out there. But
Right.
we found some frozen at least, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that took an act of God to even find the frozen at that time, because that was several years ago. So I totally understand the chemo. If they find it and they want to eat it, we got to do whatever we can to get it.
Right, absolutely.
So what time is this yard sale from? And do you have an address and location where we're going?
1725 Ridgewood Avenue, right on US 1, right across the street from the Publix shopping center. And it's from 8 to 4:30. Or if there's people still there at 4:30, I'm certainly not going to shoo anybody away.
I love that. Shoo anybody away. Now, do you have volunteers helping you? Are you in need of volunteers? What else?
We have people helping.
Your church is a very show up and show out kind of church.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're amazing.
They are, absolutely. And we have a women's group that's going to be there, and we'll have some refreshments and water and whatever anybody wants. And it's supposed to be a beautiful day.
It is supposed to be. And is it going to be out in the parking lot, or is it going to be in the little fellowship hall to the back?
Most of it will be in the parking lot.
Which, so people driving by can pull in.
right.
Now, maybe they can't purchase something. Do you have a GoFundMe, or do you have? Are you taking cash donations that day also?
We will have a jar set up. And
Then I would like to contribute to that jar right now, because I cannot make it on Saturday. So I would like to bless you with $50 towards something. Maybe that'll pay for some gas.
well, thank you so much.
It's that
We
easy.
Appreciate it.
It's that easy.
Absolutely, and we have had a lot of people donate. Just can't. They come up to me and say, "We can't make the yard sale, so here's."
Well, because
And-
like everybody has had somebody. I just did a breast cancer interview. Everybody has had somebody in their life affected by cancer of some type.
This is the first
For your
that
family?
we have in our
Wow.
family, and I never dreamed that it would.
Yeah, see,
Be her.
especially yes, because like we've had it in our family on both sides, but as they were older. Not that being older or younger makes a difference, but we've had it where it affected them when they were older, and there wasn't the education there is now. There wasn't the support that there is
Right.
now. You know, it was like a taboo that nobody wanted to really talk about. You know, and I love it that people want to talk about.
Right.
And talk about the needs and talk about the weird stuff, like when they want cantaloupe, you got to find cantaloupe, you know.
Right.
Well, because those little things you don't think of, and like I love that you're talking about needing gas and different things, because yes, you have insurance, but the insurance does not cover the needs when the mom has to quit her job.
Absolutely.
You know, so I'm
Yeah.
sure there's Florida Power and Light that has to be paid, and different real life stuff that has to
Yeah.
be taken care of.
These will be available.
And what are those?
These are bracelets. It says Miranda Strong on it, and it's leukemia awareness. And the color for leukemia awareness is orange.
Now, I did not know that it is orange, so I hope that I'm going to get one of those because that's really cool. I am a big person of wearing stuff on my wrist. I have my grandchildren on my wrist. All their names are right here on my wrist. So
I have mine on my chest.
Isn't that neat? And I pray for them every single day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I tell my grandson, I said, every time I get in my vehicle and I go to put my hand on the steering wheel because he's a sheriff deputy, I look down and I say, Lord, protect him.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and so I'm a very visual person. I did not know that it was that orange color because right now I have the pink on for breast cancer awareness. I do know that gold, my daughter had a tumor on her brain.
Oh,
now,
goodness.
It ended up not being cancerous, but that was the color at that time, you know. And she still had different things done, surgeries and all that. But I like that there's a color associated with it. So now every time I see orange, I'm going to be praying for your granddaughter.
Well, the people working the yard sale will have T-shirts that are orange with black lettering, and it'll have Miranda Strong.
I like that. So how can people get a hold of you or the church if they're not able to come on Saturday?
You
call the church office?
You can call the church office or go to Facebook. Kayla has a Facebook page on Miranda, and I have a Facebook page.
And then just call Holly Hill Church of Christ also?
You can, yes.
Well, because, you know, sometimes people just want to stop by and maybe donate ahead of time, or maybe they can mail it to the church and say her name on it or whatever.
That would work, too, yes.
The only thing I don't like about, like, the GoFundMes and different things, it's not instantaneously. And, you know, when you go to the gas station, you can't show them, well, we have a GoFundMe account. You know, we need the finances.
Right.
Now, is your daughter staying with her at the hospital right now?
Yes.
You know, and people, let me just tell you, you still have to pay for a lot of stuff, even though they're in the hospital. When my mom was in the hospital, I had to pay so much a day to eat there.
Well, they also, Miranda has a baby sister who is only 2.
Oh, my goodness. So that's really hard.
Her and Dad take he takes care of the baby when Kayla has to be gone.
That makes it really hard.
So, yes, and she goes to a private daycare, so it's not...
Easy.
No.
It's not easy.
Not easy at all. There's not any one thing about this that's easy.
No. Cancer sucks. I tell everybody I'm a firm believer in having the cancer sucks shirts. Because
absolutely.
You know, people are like, but you're a Christian. I know God can do anything.
Yeah.
And I know that God is in this situation. Even though it might not look like it, I know He's in this situation. If it's for learning about new treatments, or if it's to be a light to somebody else, or whatever it is, He is in the situation.
So many people praying for her.
I put her on prayer line, and we do prayer line around the world. So I've now put her on prayer line so that all of our listeners can be praying for her. You know, M&M right here is very special to me. We've shared the parking lot for 40 years.
Well, M&M is quite special to me,
I know.
too.
Wonder why. But so it's cute because I always thank God every day when I pull into the properties, because I have Christian businesses on both sides of me.
And that's great.
And I really feel that, you know, that makes a difference. We pray for each other. We watch out for each other.
Absolutely.
You know, we encourage each other. And so, like, as soon as I didn't even realize she was your great-granddaughter. And so I had shared, because anything to do with cancer, because it's affected my family, I share it. So Tina said, well, did you not know that it was so cute? And I thought, but God knew. Didn't God know?
Absolutely.
And so I said, well, I would love to do a little interview, because, hey, if one person today hears and stops by and buys something or donates, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Now, are you still looking for donations as far as stuff to sell, or you've got that capped out so far?
We have a lot, but if somebody has something, they can bring it early Saturday morning.
Okay, now what is early to you?
I will be up there no later than 7.
Oh, okay.
I hope to be up there around 6-ish, but I can't promise that.
Okay, and what time does the sale start?
8.
8 o'clock. And tell us where we're going again.
1725 Ridgewood Avenue, across the street from the Publix shopping center.
Lord, I just ask that you go before this family, Lord. It is not fun what they're going through, but you knew before they even started going through this that you had a perfect plan. So I ask that everybody show up to this garage sale and sell them out. Sell everything out, Lord. And if you can't sell it out, donate, donate, donate. Where they're just, when they walk away from this on Saturday with beautiful weather and testimonies and people encouraging them and standing in the gap for them, they look back and go, but God, but God, but God. God met every need for this family, physically, emotionally, and financially. And we'll give you all the praise and all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Because I know he's got it.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be a huge testimony from this.
And the hardest part, though, is remembering that.
Yeah, totally.
You're not supposed to worry.
I know, but we're human,
But
aren't we?
it's so hard not to.
Yeah.
When that fever goes up and Kayla's on the way to the hospital, it's
And
like,
the drive is the longest drive ever. You know, I get it. I have been in shoes with people, and it's very hard. But I do know that also that he has a plan.
Absolutely.
Now, how far is she into her treatment? So you said she found out in June. So how long will she be in treatment before she starts going into remission?
They don't know that. It depends on
How
Miranda's body and how she responds. They do know that her total treatment will be anywhere between 2 to 3 years, and it could even be more. But
now, does she have to get blood transfusions and stuff? Or?
Yes.
Okay, because leukemia is of the blood, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
She gets platelets and then sometimes the whole blood.
My mom used to say the answer's in the blood.
Absolutely, it is, because she feels so much better.
Isn't it amazing when my mom would my mom would almost ask for transfusions? I know that sounds weird, but she could tell that it would be time to get a transfusion, and she would go, could you just make sure they'll give me a transfusion today? And I'm like, is it that easy? And she goes, no, the difference it makes.
It does with Miranda. So, but we're kind of hoping that she'll be released at least by Saturday. I know she won't be able to go to the yard sale, but
At least have her home.
at least she would be home, and Kayla might be able to come by for a few minutes and see. It's just so amazing, the amount of people that have helped. And
Well, like I said, you go to an awesome church. You go to a church that is a very giving church in this community. I mean, I just talked about their little carnival they had over the weekend.
Yes.
I have been to that carnival every year for years. Lori and Drew are very good friends of mine.
Absolutely.
And they have the best games ever. But I didn't have any little people to take with me this year, and I didn't want to look like a weirdo. So I just talked about it every day on the air. But I said, man, I've went like every year. And, you know, the cakewalk, that was like good old times back in the day when they did that. So I love that your church reaches out to the community. So now it's time for the community to wrap around you.
And they have. They literally have. My daughter works at Halifax Hospital, and several people from her department have donated unbelievable stuff.
Isn't that wonderful?
I mean, the stuff we've gotten it's not regular yard sale stuff.
Right.
I mean,
it's over and above the good stuff.
Absolutely. So come early.
Right. And I'm sure it's going to be fairly priced, but do better. If you're buying something, do better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because every cent's going to go to help this family.
Absolutely. And some of the items, there's a lot of items that will be donation only.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's hard to figure out what to say when you don't know. Right? You don't do this for a living, so how would you know, right?
We have so much stuff. I'm not going to sit around and try price and everything.
Right.
Most of it will be donation.
Have a grateful heart when you get there.
Right.
And just be grateful and do the best you can do when you get there. Tell us one last time where they're going and the times.
1725 Ridgewood Avenue.
In Holly Hill.
Holly Hill, across from the Publix Shopping Center.
This Saturday.
Saturday the 18th from 8 to 4:30 or whenever everybody leaves.
Wouldn't it be great if it was sold out by 12?
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.